It's Wednesday. It's been a really wild week, like literally wild, and we'll talk about that in just a minute. I got, I think, maybe 3 or 4 hours of sleep last night, and I didn't sleep much the night before either, so this could get really weird before it's over. In fact, let's just let it get weird in the get-go. My kid and his friends 3D printed they scanned and 3D printed my oldest son's head. And I said I wanted I wanted one of these, and they finally got me one. They did give him a magnificently butt kind of chin, which is highly exaggerated, obviously. But other than that, it's like creepily looks like my kid. Like a lot. That's really, really weird. Anyway, my friend Janice always was telling me this story about when there was one of these sitting on her counter, and she came into her kitchen and was like, "What in the world is that? That looks just like Trevin." And her kid was like, "That's because it is Trevin." And she was like, "Oh my God." And so ever since then, I've wanted to have a Trevin head, and they finally got me one. And good morning, Andrew and Les and Sharon. Hope everybody is having a wonderful day. Anyway, so I finally got a shrunken head for my kid, and I have to put it right there on the shelf where it can look at me. The reason why I didn't sleep the night before was because my kid told me he thinks he would like to move out. I thought he was going to stay and, you know, save up some money through the winter. And he was like, "Nah, I think I want to get out of here before the snow flies." And he didn't even give me like a, "Hey, Mom, you should probably sit down for this," or anything. He was just like, "By the way, I think I'm going to move before the weather gets bad." And I was like, I mean, I know I want him to go out and see things and do things. And hey, chubby hubby. But at the same time, I thought he was going to stay home just a little longer before he went out and did things and saw things. So anyway, there's nothing really set in stone yet. Maybe he'll change his mind. Maybe he'll stay for the winter. Okay, so that was like kind of the bad news. Here's some good news. I got these dang belts that I need to make the tumbler roll. So let the tumblers roll. Let them roll all night. Let them roll all day. And again all night. Hello, Jennifer. So yay, a $2.50 part. Fixed my problem. Got everything rolling again. And now, on the flip side of this, a $2.50 part that arrived rather quickly, we've got to address the rock truck. I know you guys are not mechanics, and so I do try to keep the rock truck chat to a minimum, but the rock truck is an important part of kit in getting out rock hounding, so it's important that we take care of it. But I took it in, I put new tires on it like probably, I want to say 4 years ago, but it might have even been longer than that. And I took it in to get it aligned, and the guy in the shop would not align it. He said, "No, your tie rods and everything are all loosey-goosey, and I can't align it." And he was kind of a jerk about it. He was like, "In fact, it's dangerous, and I shouldn't even allow you to drive it off of my lot." And I was like, what in the heck? So I actually drove it like that for like 4 more years. It's just about there, Sharon. Anyway, I drove it like that for like 4 more years, and you guys saw what it did to my tires. It was getting scary. Okay, so we took it in just a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, to get it aligned, maybe even a couple of months ago now. Again, and a different shop said, "Sorry, can't align it. Everything's all loosey-goosey, and we can't align it." So I take this information straight back to my mechanic again, because we've been through this before, and I'm like, here is a list of the things. Like, I have the money. I want to buy the parts. Let's just do the parts so we can get this done and over with. So I have to wait a little bit. Kids' cars up there. We finally get the parts on, and I took it in Sunday, and they were supposed to work on it on Monday. And so Tuesday, I ask my ex, I'm like, "Have you heard anything back from the the tire people, did they get to my truck? How did it go? And he's like, oh, now that you mention it, no, I haven't heard anything. And he says, do you feel done? And I said, let me check. No, I don't know if I feel done or not. I don't think I feel done. I'm not real sure that I feel done. And he called me back. I was at work. He went and took care of the phone calls, and because I wanted him to call, because if there is a problem with it still, they need to tell him. And so he believes me and doesn't think that they're just pulling my leg because I'm a girl or anything like that, you know? Anyway, so he called me back and was like, you guys, I've waited 4 maybe plus years to hear these words. My truck was successfully aligned. Oh! I've got a couple quick hellos. Jennifer, Spot, Squirrel's here. Alabama's here. Awesome crew here. Yeah, in fact, Joseph and Sandmaker's here. Joseph says, I think it's been so long. You've waited so long to hear and say those words that first shop that you took your truck to is no longer open. They've closed. They are no longer in business. Oh, no. So what's crack-a-lackin' with Soul? Oh, no. Is the weather getting wild in the middle parts of the state there, the flyover stuff? It might be getting wild out there. It's getting wild up here. So it's, you know, like I say, kind of been a little bit of a whirlwind. I'm like, yay, I'm happy my truck is fixed. Oh my gosh, I want to bawl my eyes out because my kid wants to move away. I'm happy because he wants to move away and do things, and he'll do great things, and he's a good kid. Also, I want to bawl my eyes out because he's got a need for speed, and he's headed to the Bitterroot Valley, and he's bound to get speeding tickets, and I just can't stop him. I have to let him go. So it's been a whirlwind of a week, and like I say, I'm running on about 3-4 hours of sleep last night. Let's talk about that. The reason why I didn't sleep last night, let's just ponder this as a what if for a moment and give me real and fake answers both. What if at 2 o'clock in the morning your phone rings, you look and it's your mom? I mean, obviously there's no what if about this. You answer your mom at 2 o'clock in the morning because it could be bad news, it could be emergency, it could be, I mean, you answer your damn mom at 2 o'clock in the morning. There's no if about that. Okay, but we answer mom at 2 o'clock in the morning and she says, my dogs have chased a wild coyote into my house and it's sitting in my entryway right now. What should I do? Fake and real answers, go ahead. What if? What if your mother called you and asked you what to do about a wild coyote in her entryway? What would you say or do? Oh my goodness. What would you do? This really happened. Where's the other device? I wanted to show you guys a picture. I mean, what would you do? What if this happened? Would you be country strong and keep your cool? Or would you let your city freak flag fly and run straight screaming for the city? Just curious. Crickets. Nobody knows how to respond to this, right? Would you be country strong? Or would you be city and panic? Oh, goodness. Mom was country strong. She immediately felt sympathy for said coyote because it is just a baby and it looks so scared. It's really weird because it's literally like right next to the door and it just doesn't leave. Like it's just so terrified it won't leave. So she literally like fed it bacon and is kind of making friends with it. She even touched it. And I'm sure I'm going to get all kinds of criticism for this, but here we go. That is a wild coyote that has been chased into my mom's house by her 2 dogs. For some reason, they kind of just stopped chasing it once it was in the entryway, and it's just chilling in her entryway. I mean, it's all tucked up in the corner and it's kind of terrified. But she's like, should I like raise a ruckus and chase it out? I mean, what should I do? And I'm like, I think just leave the door open and go to bed. And as soon as no one's looking, it's gonna probably go, right? Let's see, she sent us a video here too. Anyway, like I say, I'm up till like 3 o'clock in the morning trying to help my mom come to some humane and reasonable conclusion of what to do if a wild coyote comes into your house and just chills in the corner. The door is literally 2 feet away from this coyote, and it's wide open, and it stayed that way all night. The door wide open. The dogs aren't sitting outside harassing it or anything. It could totally get up and go. She's telling us it's literally this far away from me, you guys. So, if that's not a wild, that's the door, wide open, literally 2 feet away from this coyote. Coyote, wide open door. I mean, that's probably a really good reason why we should just tell everybody Montana is full. We've got buffaloes that'll peel your pants off. We've got otters that'll attack you in our rivers. And, I mean, it's just, the prairie is just full of, I mean, man-eating coyotes. So, that's wild. I've seen a lot of things on the prairie, but that I have never seen. So what if, let's just ponder that. What if, what would you do? Let's look at some rocks while we talk about everything else weird that is weird to talk about. I mean, crickets still. No one said a peep. Has everyone just like, what do you do? What do you do when the nature comes in? I assume. Oh, there's some kind of an error when we tried to get to the chat, says the bear. Wonder why. Wonder why everyone's having an error. Are we having a poor connection on my end? I wonder. Well, we'll chill for a minute and see if it comes around. Otherwise, we'll start a new one maybe, huh? Yeah, what in the heck? Ah, well, there's Chubby Hubby. Maybe we were over our bump. Chubby Hubby said he was blocked for a minute too, and now I just got his message that says hi, and I do see it. And we're not really focused here. How's that? Any better? I can't chat either, says Moi. We're going to hang out for just a second, and hopefully that goes away. What if no one could chat? I'm telling you. Admins only. What is going on there then? Well, I am getting a couple of the chats through. We're going to just ride this and see what happens. Because what if? What if no one could chat? That's the what ifs of the prairie and the universe. We're actually going to get all the way to the what ifs of the universe before we're done today, because I'm running on 3 hours of sleep and that sounded like a good idea. So, I wonder, do we see me? No, mine goes away too. Guys, even my comments are like grayed out and Gonski. Then it says error, try again. Not enough coffee to make today work. What if there was not enough coffee to make today work? See, I'm on a roll with